Okay, let's unpack this. We are diving deep into something every single one of us uses, probably every day.
Right.
But very few of us truly get them. Credit cards. Now, many see them as, a convenient tool, maybe even a necessity, but you're suggesting there's a darker side, a kind of paradox.
Yeah, it's a profound paradox, really.
Yeah.
These cards themselves, the plastic, not inherently malicious, no, but the way they're used, that's where the trouble starts. They can be the very thing keeping people stuck, living paycheck to paycheck, unable to get ahead.
You've hit on such a crucial point, and our mission today really is to unpack exactly how these seemingly harmless cards can keep you financially boxed in, and most importantly, how you can flip the script, how you can actually use them to your advantage. This is where the real game begins, I think.
Absolutely.
So let's start with, I call it the illusion of buying power. There's this feeling of freedom, right, that credit cards give you.
Oh, definitely.
That swipe now, pay later thing. It feels, liberating. Like you can just grab whatever you need or want.
It does feel that way. But here's the catch, the stark reality. When you swipe that card, it's not your money. Not yet anyway.
Right.
You're borrowing. You're using someone else's money. And you pay a premium for that privilege. A sometimes very high premium.
And that premium adds up faster than people think.
Oh, incredibly fast.
Oh.
And the scale of it, it's kind of shocking when you see the data. The average American household that carries credit card debt, they owe over $6,000.
Wow, over $6,000.
Yeah, that's a heavy burden.
Yeah.
Just quietly eating away at your future possibilities,
$6,000. I think a lot of listeners might be surprised, or maybe they recognize that figure themselves. What's the disconnect there? People swipe, but maybe don't feel that debt immediately.
Exactly. It's abstract. Let's make it concrete. Imagine, say, a $50 dinner out. Nice treat, right?
Sure.
But if you put that on a card and you only make those minimum payments, especially with interest rates often hitting 20%, sometimes even higher, that $50 dinner doesn't cost $50 anymore. It could easily end up costing you $80, $90, maybe even more over time.
$90 for a $50 meal.
Right. So for you listening, you really have to start thinking about that hidden cost, the cost beyond what's on the price tag.
Okay, so that allure, that illusion of freedom pulls us in. But what keeps people stuck? You mentioned the minimum payment.
The minimum payment. It sounds so helpful, doesn't it? So manageable. Just pay this small amount, you'll be fine.
Yeah, keeps you in good standing.
That's what they want you to think, but it's actually a very cleverly designed trap. It's designed to maximize the time you're in debt and therefore the interest you pay.
How bad can it be? Like, really?
Okay, let's take a scenario. Say you owe $5,000 on a card. Pretty common debt level, unfortunately.
Right.
If you only pay the minimum, let's say it's calculated as 2% of the balance, which is typical. Guess how long it could take to clear that debt?
I'm guessing. A long time. 5 years. 10.
Try 30 years.
30? For $5,000.
30 years. And over that time, you wouldn't have paid back just the $5,000. You'd have paid thousands upon thousands extra purely in interest, maybe double the original amount or more.
That's staggering. And that's exactly why the credit card companies structure it that way, isn't it?
Precisely. They make their profit when you stay in debt. Your debt is literally their income stream. You become essentially their profit machine.
So the message here is clear. You gotta flip that game. Don't just make the minimum payment because it feels easy. You need a plan, a strategic plan to pay that debt down.
Exactly. Which brings us to the why. Why do we fall for this? It's not just the math, is it? There's psychology at play.
Absolutely. And a huge part of it, I think, is how credit cards feel to use, or rather how they don't feel.
What do you mean?
Well, swiping a card. It's frictionless, isn't it? There's no physical cash leaving your hand. There's no immediate sense of loss, no sting.
That's a critical insight. It's almost designed that way. That smooth, easy transaction separates the act of spending from the emotional consequence of spending.
Right, it disconnects the emotion.
Which makes it incredibly easy to overspend without even consciously realizing it's happening.
Yeah.
Because that immediate feedback loop, the one you get when you hand over bills, it's just not there.
So here's a challenge for you listening. Try this experiment. For just 1 week, use only cash, actual physical cash.
Ooh, I like that.
I bet you'll be amazed at how differently you think about every single purchase. I did this years ago, and it was eye-opening. You feel every dollar leave your hand, It makes you pause.
You become much more mindful.
Totally. So think about it yourself. How different does it feel paying with cash versus just tapping a card? Does it change your decision making?
And that frictionless spending ties into another common justification, doesn't it? The rewards. Oh, but I get points. I get cash back.
Ah, yes, the lure of the reward. And look, rewards programs are smart. They're very cleverly designed.
They are.
But let's be honest, they're primarily designed to do one thing: make you spend more.
That's the core goal for the issuer.
And it works. There are studies out there, quite startling ones, actually indicating that people using rewards cards can spend significantly more, sometimes up to, 83% more than people using cash.
That figure is often cited, yes, 83% more. Just think about that. Are those points really free if they induced you to spend hundreds, maybe thousands, more than you otherwise would have?
So those rewards, they're only actually rewarding if you do one specific thing, right?
Absolutely. Crucial point. They only benefit you if, and this is a huge if, you pay the entire balance in full every single month.
Without fail.
Every single month, no exception.
No exceptions. If you carry even a small balance and start paying interest, that interest almost always wipes out the value of any rewards you earned, often many times over.
So the rule should be, only chase rewards if you treat that credit card exactly like a debit card, meaning you only spend what you actually have and you pay it off immediately. Precisely. Otherwise, those points, those miles, that cash back, it's just shiny bait. It looks good, but it's pulling you into potentially deeper water, into more debt. The reward ends up costing you.
Okay, so this brings us to maybe the most important part, the mindset shift. How we need to think about these cards.
Yes. Fundamentally.
We need to see credit cards for what they are. They're tools. That's it, just tools.
Like a hammer or a saw.
Exactly. And like any tool, they can be used constructively to build something positive like your credit score, maybe even get some managed perks. Or they can be destructive. They can bury you in debt if you misuse them.
And the deciding factor, it's control. Who's in control?
Right.
If you're using credit to buy things you can't actually afford right now with your own money, then you're not in control. The bank is. Your debt is.
The bank controls your financial destiny in that case.
And that's a position nobody wants to be in. It limits your freedom, your choices, everything.
So how do we maintain control? How does the listener ensure they are the one wielding the tool, not the other way around?
It comes down to asking yourself some tough questions before you swipe. Every single time.
Okay, like what?
3 key questions. First, do I really need this right now? Be honest. Is it a want or a genuine need?
Good one. Okay, second.
Second, can I definitely pay this off in full when the bill comes? Not maybe, not probably, definitely. Do I have the cash set aside?
Crucial. And the third.
Third, and maybe the most powerful, is this purchase helping or hurting my future self? Think about future you. Will they thank you for this, or will they be burdened by it?
Helping or hurting my future self. I like that framing, because the goal isn't necessarily to never use credit cards, is it?
Not at all. They can be useful for booking travel, for online purchases, for building credit history. The goal is to use them strategically, intentionally, with your goals in mind, not the bank's profit margin.
Okay, strategic use. So let's wrap this up with some really concrete actions, things people listening can do, maybe starting today.
Perfect. Okay, 5 key steps. 1, check your interest rates.
Yeah.
Right now, go look them up. You need to know what you're dealing with. Knowledge is power.
Know your enemy, essentially. Okay, number 2.
2, always pay more than the minimum payment. Even if it's just a little bit extra, break free from that minimum trap. Every extra dollar attacks the principal.
Get ahead of the interest. Makes sense. 3.
3, make it a golden rule. Never carry a balance you can't pay off that month. Treat it like a debit card, like we said. If the money isn't there, the purchase doesn't happen on the card.
Discipline. Okay, 4.
4, use a budget. You have to track your spending, especially credit card spending. You can't manage what you don't measure. See where the money's actually going.
Vital. And the last one, number 5, for people who might be, already in deep.
Right. If you're already carrying significant debt, look into tangible solutions. Consider a balance transfer, moving that high-interest debt to a card with a 0% or low introductory rate. But be careful and have a plan to pay it off before that intro rate expires. Or explore debt repayment strategies like the debt snowball, paying off smallest debts first for motivation, or the debt avalanche, paying off highest interest debts first to save money. The key is taking action to regain control.
Excellent, really practical steps there. So ultimately, the core takeaway, the big message here is what?
It's simple, really. Credit cards themselves aren't evil. They don't make you poor. It's how you use them that determines your financial trajectory.
The power is in your hands.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have the power to take control of your money, to make these tools work for you, not against you. And trust me, your future self will thank you immensely for making that shift.
So here's something to chew on. If every time you swipe that card, it's a choice between building up your future self or burdening them, what choice will your next swipe reflect?